On Instagram, you always see the cheerleaders always looking muscular and have the abs and the hair and everything. And you always want to look that way. And it's definitely like, I feel like social media is definitely a big one. And whenever you people post things, you always want to suck in and always get the hair big and wear the most makeup so you can look good and stuff like that. And a stereotype of this cheerleader is always look your best at all times on stage and you want to be noticed, but you should always be true to who you are and never go above what you are comfortable with. A need to always look the prettiest or wear the most makeup or look the fittest, but once you get up more, there's a certain a bar you have to meet to look that perfect, and that's the only reason you can be on team. It doesn't really matter about talent as much, but it was more about looks and how you look.
Prove to Judy and Kelly that I can do this, that I can hang with the other girls.
They kind of look for certain things like the big boobs and everything. You gotta wear a lot of makeup, get the falsies, extensions. You always have to dye your hair. If your hair looks like your roots are showing and stuff like that, I've seen that they have to fill them in and stuff like that.
During competitions, I feel makeup's important. So the judges, if they're far back, so they'd be able to see you.
Yes, I do think that two-piece cheer uniforms do affect people, because I have seen girls at cheer competitions. I see some wearing jackets that kind of try to cover up their belly and stuff like that.
I think between the ages of 10 to 14, I had sort of an eating disorder, definitely, because I went to fly and I was a backstop before.
Well, I think it's okay if they like it, but I would rather have a leotard with the skirt instead of the two-piece.
Difficult not to compare myself to other people, and I think that made me just work harder as an athlete.
So if I get smaller, I'm gonna fly. I see how the whole industry for flyers, you always think you need to be a certain size and all this stuff.
Former Texans cheerleaders joining a lawsuit against the NFL team. 6 women are suing the organization for body shaming and poor pay.
Her coach even used duct tape to help her make her look thin.
Because of the way she was treated, it actually made her ashamed of her body and forced her to develop unhealthy eating habits.
I felt humiliated and ashamed of my own body.
It's very, very uncomfortable on a daily basis. They body shame you to your face.
Jelly
fat,
bellies.
Fat, skinny.
You're skinny fat.
Skinny fat.
I think all of them are so very different and all have their niche. So high school cheerleading is so great because it's very community based, it's very personal. So you're cheering for people that you go to school with, you know their names, you know who they are. Atlanta, and yeah, it was more about like pin-up, like calendar looks, and like to me that's not a sport. So it's more of how you look and what your body looks like versus what your skills are and your characters.
I feel like all of the young ladies that I coach are pretty confident in their abilities and in their health, but I can see in other programs maybe that there is, a push or a pressure for looking a certain way or wearing a two-piece uniform.
All-star cheerleading would be more of an athletic sport, so where you can really showcase some of your skills and stunting that you necessarily may not have in high school. Yeah, I think if you look up cheerleading on social media, you see a lot of the exaggerated form, so like crazy hair and bright lips and almost more of the all-star look rather than a wholesome look of cheerleading. And yeah, I do think that girls look at that and compare themselves to what they're seeing in magazines or social media. Yeah, I do.
Young cheerleaders especially, they're watching videos of other cheerleaders, and typically how many likes do other people have and what those girls look like and what type of skill level they're doing.
I think we should educate our athletes on proper nutrition and health rather than weight and diets.
I feel like it's just important to really individualize each girl, and their ability has to be very custom to their body type. Some girls are 5'6" and other girls are 4'11", and they have different roles in the team. Good healthy exercising. I do always preach, you put into your body, healthy things, and you'll get good results, in your athletic career regardless.